Now the Gemara gets into an interesting conversation. What if a person accepts Shabbos upon themselves, but they did it by mistake? What is the halacha then? Is it considered a good acceptance or not? Perhaps there's no backseas. You accepted it, you accepted it. You wrote your contract, you signed on the dotted lines. There's no such going. You can't go back from a contract. You accepted upon yourself Shabbos, so Shabbos is there. You can't accept Shabbos and then say, "Oh, I made a mistake," and go back. If you accepted Shabbos, you accepted Shabbos. So do you say that? Or you say, no, he didn't do it. He did it by mistake. It's like, I made a sale and it's clearly a mistake. I didn't mean to do it. So we let you go back. The sale goes back. So what about over here? Says the Gemara. V'te'usa. So earlier, the Gemara had already assumed that if it was just a mistake, you could take it back. You're allowed to take back that acceptance of Shabbos. And that was the reason why, in the last line of the Gemara, Abaye permitted Rav Dimi bar Levi to burn the incense into the baskets. Even though Rav Dimi bar Levi had already davened Marav of Shabbos, nonetheless, Abaye permitted him to burn the incense because it was part of. Although he had accepted Shabbos, it was only because of a mistake. It was a cloudy day, but once he realized that it was by mistake, once he realized that it was not actually Shabbos, it had not been nighttime, so Abaye permitted him to burn the incense. Says the Gemara though, V'te'usa, the last word on the line is V'te'usa, the first word on the next line is mi. V'te'usa, mi, hadra. But if a person makes a mistake, can he go back from it? But I'll prove you not like that. V'ha, whenever you see the words V'ha, Amar, V'ha, you should always be ready for it to mean that we're about to say, but, da-da-da-da, meaning we're going to be asking a question on the last assumption that we said in the Gemara. So says the Gemara, V'ha Abaye sharli l'Rav Dimi bar Levi. Whoops. Okay. I'm sorry. Scratch that. Go to the next line. V'ha Amar Avidan Pam Achas Niskashu Shemayim Ba'avim. One time Avidan reported that one time he remembers the cloud, it got super cloudy on a Friday afternoon. Kisvurim ha'am lomer chashkahu. And the people thought to say that it got dark and it was nighttime. V'nichnusu lebeis haKnesses, and so they entered into shul. V'hispalulu, and they davened shel motzai Shabbos b'Shabbos. So they davened a Mariv of Motzai Shabbos, of after Shabbos, on Shabbos itself. What happened was, it was Shabbos. Day got cloudy. Now, everybody goes in, they think the Shabbos is over, they go into shul, they daven Mariv, they say Havdalah in their tefillah, and then they come out of shul, they look up in the sky, they're covering their eyes, it's so bright. V'nispazru ha'avim. V'nispazru ha'avim means, and the clouds scattered. V'zarcha ha'chama, and the sun shined through. Uba'u, and they came, v'shalu es Rebbe, and they asked Rebbe, so new Rebbe, our paisek, the person who decides our halacha for us. Rebbe was Rebbe Yehuda Hanasi, he was the prince. So Rebbe, what's the halacha? Do we have to daven Marav again? Because the only reason why we davened and we said Havdalah and we davened Marav of Motzei Shabbos was because we thought that it was Motzei Shabbos. We thought Shabbos was over. What's the halacha? Do we have to daven Marav once again or not? The Amar, and Rebbe said, Hoyel v'hispalalu. Nah, since you davened. Yeah, you shouldn't have davened, but since you did it already, you don't have to go back and daven again. So if we see that you don't have to go back and daven again, we see that even though they had davened by mistake, they didn't mean it, it was valid. That tefillah that they had davened by mistake was a valid tefillah. It counted. So too says the Gemara now, that before Shabbos, if I daven Marav before Shabbos, thinking that it was Shabbos, we should say it doesn't make a difference. That tefillah is valid. And if that tefillah of Mariv is valid, then that means I accepted Shabbos upon myself. Because if I'm davening the Mariv of Shabbos, I am saying that I am accepting the day of Shabbos. So therefore, we have a proof that even though he hadn't accepted Shabbos with proper intent, I mean, he didn't really realize the situation. He thought it was Shabbos. It wasn't that he meant to accept an early Shabbos upon himself. Just he thought it was Shabbos. Then he's still. We see that it's still valid. It still counts. Says the Gemara, no. The truth of the matter is, when you accept Shabbos upon yourself, it doesn't count. You didn't mean it. It doesn't. Only if you meant to accept Shabbos upon yourself does the Shabbos actually come to you. But if you didn't really mean it and you just did it because you made some sort of mistake in your calculations about when Shabbos was, then it doesn't count. Says the Gemara, that's all true. That's true. So why did Rebbe tell them that they don't have to daven Marav again? Why, when that nation, when all the people had davened Marav of Motzai Shabbos on Shabbos, did they not need to go and repeat the Shemona Esrei over again? Says the Gemara, shiny tzibur. A whole tzibur is different. The loy, shiny means different. Shiny tzibur, the loy matrachina lei. That luhu, we don't bother them. A tircha is a bother. Matrachina means we don't bother them. We don't bother them, meaning that really the halacha is that acceptance of Shabbos, that tefillah doesn't count. You didn't mean it, it doesn't count. So why over here? Here is a special leniency that we made. We allowed the Chachamim said, Rebbe Yehuda Nasi, who was passing over here, that to go and gather all the tzibur to come back together again to daven, that already we don't do. We'll allow their marav to count. We allow that marav, even though it was done by mistake, we'll allow it to count. Okay, that's the end of this recording.